Hey, this is Larry Osborne again with one more of the pitfalls of growth, the unintended consequences that come along with the thing we all dream for, that things go so well that we grow. And this pitfall I like to call organizational gravity. And what it does is it sucks you to the middle of the organization. If you want to get a word picture of what I'm talking about, just think high school principal in a very large school. It's not long until that high school principal only knows two types of students: those that are the superstars and those that are getting kicked out of the school. And that principal no longer has any idea what a normal student is like, because out of the limited time and energy they have, they've been sucked to the middle. That always happens with growth. And so one of the things you have to do pretty early on when things begin to grow, at North Coast I began to make a major effort to do this just when we were 400, 500, 600 people. And boy, once we topped 1,000, 200, 300, 400 and more, it took all the more work. I call it getting out to the fringe. Because out on the fringe, everything important for your future is happening today, but nobody is noticing it. So my question for you is simply this: what are you doing if you're in a growing organization, your ministry, your workplace, your church is growing? What are you doing to make sure you're still in touch with what's happening out on the fringe? What are you doing to get out there? Some things that I do just by way of description more than prescription. But for instance, whenever possible, I like to get to church just a few minutes before it starts. Most pastors I know are there long before it starts and a long time afterward, and they have no idea what it's like trying to get into the parking lot if it's a large church. Or do you have any idea what signups are like when people are dropping their kids off into a Sunday school class, for instance? Whatever is normal, everybody's going to say is okay, but when you walk around and check for yourself, you see 3, 4, 5 people in line, you'll realize there's a problem. Nancy and I, because of who we are, our house, and a variety of personal things, it works for us. But we still to this day host welcome desserts at our house. They're for people who are new at North Coast and want to meet us off stage and out of role and hear a little about North Coast Church. And what always happens there is I'm getting a read on the new people and what's really going on at North Coast Church. And it's only that way that I can discover, oh, only older couples. Wow, lots of younger couples. When I ask them, why did you come the first time and what brought you back a second time? Am I no longer hearing anything about our children's ministry or our youth ministry or our preaching? You see, by forcing myself to find ways to get out on the fringe of the organization, I'm able to stay in touch with the important things that are happening that won't be on anybody's radar till 6 months or a year from now, because everything about your future is happening on the fringe. Don't get sucked to the middle.